15 strange laws and customs only exist in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, a vibrant, colorful city, and notably the home to millions of people from all over the world. But behind its beauty and prosperity, Hong Kong is also a place of strange and even surprising laws and regulations. In this video, we'll explore 15 prohibited laws and peculiar customs that you may not expect when setting foot in this country. From traffic regulations to daily life laws, Hong Kong is truly a unique and mysterious place. Join me on this journey of discovering these interesting facts and enjoy the adventure in Hong Kong. Number 15. Ban on mentioning the number 4. In Hong Kong, never be curious and ask locals why the number 4 is not seen here. It's considered a foolish question in the eyes of the locals. In Hong Kong, there's a phenomenon called tetraphobia, or fear of the number 4. In Cantonese, 4 sounds like death. Numbers like 14 and 24 are even considered unluckier because 14 sounds like certain death and 24 sounds like easy death. Apartment buildings, hotels, offices, and even hospitals in the city often skip floors with the number 4. Tetraphobia isn't just a superstition, it affects culture and even the economy. There are many cases where investors or property owners try to avoid the number 4 when assessing their property values because they believe this number can decrease property value or make buyers uninterested. In daily communication, almost no one in Hong Kong uses the number 4. They will say it's larger than 3 or raise 4 fingers to indicate it. If you insist on mentioning the number 4 repeatedly in front of locals, they'll think you're cursing them, and you know how they'll react to being cursed by others. Number 14. Hong Kong women will pay $615 to meet foreign men. The opportunity for handsome guys is here. You can earn hundreds of dollars a day just by meeting Hong Kong girls. It sounds crazy, but it's entirely true in Hong Kong. Clearly, the privilege of white people is still a big issue in Hong Kong. If you've ever strolled around Central Soho or Wan Chai, all you see are white guys hanging out with Asian girls. Hong Kong women would rather die than marry a local man. Many even freeze their eggs waiting for the ideal foreign husband. According to government statistics, the male-to-female ratio in this country has decreased from 1,087 in 1981 to 858 in 2014. Last year, Hong Kong had over 1 million single women over 15 years old, while the number of men was 962,700. This means there will be 37,300 single girls if they don't export to marry foreign husbands, not to mention the cases of some of the over 962,000 men who prefer to bring happiness to another man. People urge island sisters to quickly abandon their picky habits, only liking handsome guys with good conditions. They say women should ditch the princess cake mindset, stop digging for gold, or don't become successful women busy pursuing careers. The important thing is, both Hong Kong men and women don't want to stabilize their lives without enjoying them as singles, and Hong Kong gentlemen and ladies seem to all have different goals. Number 13. Mirrors must not be placed facing the bed. If you're staying in a hotel in Hong Kong or visiting someone's home, never move the mirrors in the room. This is an absolute taboo. Hong Kong people are very superstitious. They believe in feng shui and mysterious spiritual beliefs. According to feng shui, mirrors should especially not be placed facing the bed of the couple. It will cause discord in the family, enhancing the involvement of a third party. According to the belief, mirrors can reflect and amplify negative or positive energies. It's easy to have extramarital relationships. Moreover, amplifying negative energy can lead to conflicts and quarrels in marital relationships. If this situation persists, it can cause cracks and difficulties healing. Additionally, many spiritual beliefs suggest that when sleeping, the soul leaves the body. If a mirror is placed facing a person, the soul is prone to startle at the reflections in the mirror. This is one of the causes of insomnia, restless sleep, and dreaming of unpleasant things. If you're experiencing sleep problems, you can try this method from Hong Kong people. Who knows, it might also work for you. Number 12. Police fear criminals. When in Hong Kong, be cautious and ensure the safety of yourself and your companions, because Hong Kong has many triad societies and even the police here fear them. The two administrative regions of Hong Kong and Macau of China, besides being world famous for finance and tourism, are also known for the underworld of triad gangs. This is the homeland of those who specialize in hired assassinations, casino restaurant protection rackets, drug smuggling, and many other illegal activities. These gangs are so notorious that people have listed the 4 major black societies in each administrative region. The most famous is perhaps the Triad Society, a term used to describe Chinese gang groups operating in Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, mainland China, and countries with large Chinese communities like Malaysia, Singapore, the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. These triad gangs are listed among the largest organized crime groups in the world. According to incomplete statistics, the Triad Society has about 1.5 million official members in mainland China and about 2.5 million members worldwide, equivalent to the number of the Chinese military, the world's largest military force. With the tremendous power of these gangs, you understand why the police are sometimes helpless in law enforcement. Number 11. Flipping fish prohibited. Eating in Hong Kong is not a simple matter for someone visiting this country for the first time. If you're not careful, you may violate their table rules. Here, you're not allowed to tap chopsticks on the table, tap on bowls, or bang two chopsticks together because Hong Kong people believe that these actions are only for beggars asking for food. When eating dim sum, if someone pours you a cup of tea, then you should remember to put 3 fingers on the table instead of saying thank you. Don't pour soy sauce onto fried rice. When picking up a dish, you should put it into your bowl before eating it, and remember to flip the chopsticks if you want to pick up food for others. Especially in Hong Kong, there's another taboo in dining that you should avoid, which is flipping the fish only halfway through eating it. Doing so will indicate bad luck, as flipping the fish is like the fisherman's boat capsizing at sea. If you want to finish the whole fish, the only way is to debone it and continue eating the lower part. Also, the fish's eyes are a part you shouldn't eat, because it's the part that helps the fish find its way to its new life. If you eat its eyes, it won't be able to reincarnate and come back to seek revenge. Number 10. Coffin homes. When talking about famous slums in the world, it would be remiss not to mention the name Kowloon Walled City. Unlike other slums, Kowloon Walled City is located right within a city with a developed economy like Hong Kong. Alongside dazzling skyscrapers, there are houses less than 5 square meters wide. The disparity between rich and poor sometimes startles people, but that's not the ultimate limit. Due to lack of money, many poor laborers in Hong Kong have to accept living in super small coffin homes. With an area of 1.5 square meters, just enough for one person to lie down. Yet the rent is not cheap, up to $300. These homes are perhaps the nightmare of the majority of Hong Kong people, and the most affected group is still the poor. Low-income groups who cannot afford to buy apartments, cannot wait for cheap housing, can only live in subdivided or cage homes. Without anyone leading the way, local residents also find it difficult to find scattered small homes in many places in Hong Kong. Up to now, an estimated 7% of land area in Hong Kong is planned for housing, mostly for wealthy families. This shortage has led to young people, the elderly, and low-income families living in terrible conditions. When one has to endure extreme poverty, they truly feel the pain. What's called quality of life, emotions, and enjoyment are only a luxury for those living in slums. This harsh and sad reality is the persistent problem still existing in Hong Kong. Number 9. Smoking ban. Hong Kong is an extremely crowded city. Its streets are always bustling with people day and night, so you should not take out a cigarette to smoke and affect others. Of course, the people around won't remind you because they're all busy, but if the police see you smoking on the street, you'll face being detained or fined because the authorities have already issued a ban on this action. This ban applies to restaurants, offices, schools, karaoke bars, and even some outdoor locations like beaches, sports grounds, and many parks. In Asia, there are very few laws banning smoking, while on this continent, some countries have the highest smoking rates in the world. Before Hong Kong, only Singapore implemented a ban on smoking in public places. This law was passed by lawmakers in October 2006 after a tense 12-hour discussion, and finally the smoking ban was enacted. But don't worry, you can still smoke in your hotel room, at nightclubs, bars, underground casinos, bathhouses, or massage parlors. Number 8. Spitting ban in public. You happen to see someone spitting on the sidewalk while walking down the street, accompanied by the sound of flames stuck in the throat in the act of spitting. When you see that scene, you're sure to feel a bit uncomfortable. Spitting saliva, phlegm in public places, parks, or on the streets is not only unhygienic but also dirty behavior, so it is strictly prohibited. Be mindful not to cause discomfort or inconvenience to those around you. In front of public places, spitting saliva indiscriminately is prohibited. The act of spitting saliva, phlegm may violate minor criminal laws. When violating minor criminal laws, you can be imprisoned from 1 day to under 30 days or fined from $1,000 to under $10,000 Hong Kong dollars. So never spit saliva or phlegm in public places like streets or parks. Number 7. Gambling paradise. If you want to get rich quickly and legally, then go to Hong Kong, where you can gamble as long as you still have money. Hong Kong has long been known for having a strong gambling industry. Previously, Macau, a special administrative region of China near Hong Kong, became the world's leading gambling center, with gambling revenue surpassing even Las Vegas, USA. This makes Hong Kong a popular destination for gambling and entertainment enthusiasts. Gambling is an integral part of Hong Kong people's lives, and there was even a time when their gambling movies stormed Asia. The gambling film trend in Hong Kong was only temporary. After more than 30 years, this film genre could not keep up with the times. However, the trend of making these films left a lasting impression on Asian audiences. Until now, many people still remember the once famous Hong Kong gambling gods, Macau gambling gods. You can explore these movies, who knows, you might like them too. Number 6. Extremely expensive. Perhaps women will love to go to Hong Kong because here they can buy everything they like. Since ancient times, Hong Kong has been a bustling seaport where Western ships brought goods manufactured in Europe to exchange for Chinese tea, medicinal herbs, spices, and silk. The bustling seaport made trading very lively, so in Chinese, Hong Kong means fragrant harbor. Today, Hong Kong still holds that reputation and is the unparalleled shopping paradise in the world. But be careful, when shopping here, everything is very expensive. You will be tempted by the market of goods in the fragrant harbor. From luxury items worth thousands of dollars to mid-range and affordable items, you can always think of a reason to buy and own them. Therefore, spending money in Hong Kong must be very skillful if you don't want to burn a hole in your pocket. Speaking of spending, shopping, especially in night markets, tourist areas, small shops, or traditional markets, don't hesitate to bargain when buying. At markets and tourist areas, bargaining is still common, so it's best to ask the price carefully before buying and negotiate if it doesn't seem suitable. Typically, tourists will pay half the selling price and gradually increase it to a level they find appropriate. If you pretend to walk away, the seller may call you back unexpectedly. Number 5. Vertical city. Believe me, when you go to Hong Kong, you will surely strain your neck because skyscrapers are everywhere. Hong Kong prides itself on being the city with the most skyscrapers in the world. Due to limited land resources, Hong Kong, China developed vertically, creating a spectacular skyline of skyscrapers. One of the prominent buildings in Hong Kong is the Bank of China Tower, designed by I.M. Pei, completed in 1990, and is currently the third tallest skyscraper in Hong Kong. This building sparked fiery controversies at the beginning of the project because its sharp edges were believed to push negative feng shui energy into the center of Hong Kong. The design of this building resembles a bamboo shoot, symbolizing prosperity and prosperity. The entire structure is supported by 4 steel columns at the corners of the building, with triangular frames transferring the weight of the structure onto these 4 columns. The tallest building in Hong Kong is the International Finance Center 2. The building was completed in 2003, 415 meters high, and is currently the tallest in Hong Kong, with 88 floors and 22 high-rise trading floors to ensure that it is extremely auspicious in Chinese culture. Hong Kong has more than 1,300 skyscrapers. This vibrant city also has more than 7,800 high-rise buildings, including more than 300 buildings over 150 meters tall. You will truly be amazed if you take a helicopter ride and admire this city from above. Number 4. Advertising signs everywhere. There are many advertising signs in Hong Kong. Each store will put up as many signs as possible, even layering them on top of each other. The streets are lit up by bright neon signs at night, a characteristic feature of Hong Kong for over 100 years, appearing in many magazines, tourist advertisements, and movies. Neon signs first appeared in Hong Kong in the 1920s and then exploded and spread throughout the streets, especially popular from the 1950s to the 1980s. Although primarily concentrated in the bustling commercial areas on Nathan Road and Wan Chai's nightlife street, it has become a unique feature of the fragrant harbor. Among them, the National Panasonic sign, as large as a building on Nathan Road, was Guinness confirmed as the world's largest neon sign in 1973. For many people in Hong Kong, these signs help brighten up dull, old buildings, but since 2010, many have been removed after the authorities revised safety standards. Under the new regulations, most signs violate size limits, either extending too far into the street or blocking fire exits, posing a fire hazard. Currently, there are fewer than 500 operating neon signs in Hong Kong at night due to safety regulations and the development of LED lights, leaving residents nostalgic and worried that this scenery will gradually become a thing of the past. Number 3. Must carry everything. In Hong Kong, whenever you go out, you need to carry a lot of things. First of all, you must carry a 2-prong plug adapter with you. Their electronic devices usually use a 3-prong plug. So you should prepare a converter between 3-prong and 2-prong plugs to use with your devices such as phones, laptops, cameras. Additionally, you always have to carry your documents. Being checked by patrolling police for documents is very common in Hong Kong, especially at bars. This helps ensure security, and you can also feel more at ease when traveling in the fragrant harbor. In addition to documents, you should also carry the magical octopus card. The card, worth about $7 sold at the airport, is used to travel on any subway station or shop quickly at convenience stores like Circle K or 7-Eleven. This card is magical. It can be used to pay for buses, MTR trains, ferries, trams, and even fast food stores. With these items in your bag, you can confidently explore all of Hong Kong. Number 2. Seafood paradise. If you're passionate about seafood, then going to Hong Kong is the best decision you'll ever make in your life. On most travel websites, Hong Kong is always introduced as a seafood paradise, enchanting many culinary enthusiasts from around the world. The dishes here are always made from fresh seafood, ensuring quality and customer satisfaction. Seafood in Hong Kong is especially rich and diverse with various cooking styles such as frying, stir-frying, grilling, steaming, stuffing, and saucing. The rich flavor combined with fresh seafood still retains the sweetness of the meat, convincing even the pickiest diners. There are streets specializing in selling seafood, among which Sai Kung Street, a beautiful coastal street, is home to a series of the country's most famous seafood restaurants. In Sai Kung, diners can personally choose their meals from giant fish ponds and enjoy delicious dishes while admiring the beautiful seascape. Seafood prices in Hong Kong are usually calculated by weight and vary by season. Each restaurant applies different weight measurement systems and price boards. Therefore, to ensure a delicious and cost-effective meal, travelers need to research and confirm information about prices before ordering. In addition to delicious fresh seafood, Hong Kong is also famous for dried seafood specialties, a popular and familiar snack for both Hong Kong residents and foreign tourists. Hong Kong's dried seafood mainly consists of dried fish and squid, seasoned very tastefully, and can be found in most markets or packaged and sold in supermarkets. This is not only a favorite dish of tourists, but also a meaningful gift for relatives and friends. Number 1. Addicted to chicken feet dish. It's no coincidence that Hong Kong is praised as the culinary capital of Asia by the British newspaper The Independent. With over 11,000 restaurants specializing in European Asian cuisine, the fragrant harbor is truly a paradise for food connoisseurs. But one interesting thing is that among thousands of excellent dishes, chicken feet are the most popular. Among them, the bizarre chicken feet dish is the most famous, although in appearance this dish is quite frightening, wrinkled, claw-like, like a witch's hand. However, they are quite delicious with a unique and rich flavor. In addition, there are also chicken feet in urine sauce, super spicy grilled chicken feet soaked in chili, and many other dishes made from chicken feet in this place. They are so diverse that for each meal, people in Hong Kong call a different dish to change the flavor. If you're here, don't forget to enjoy these wonderful dishes made from chicken feet. So we've together explored all 15 prohibitions and peculiarities that exist only in Hong Kong. Don't forget to like and share if you find this video interesting.